Alright, so I'm going to explain how to do a linear velocity problem. The problem reads, a car has wheels that are 2.5 feet in diameter, and the tires are rotating at 728.3 revolutions per minute. The car is traveling down a road with a speed limit of 65 miles an hour. Is the car speeding? So we need to figure out from the diameter and the revolutions per minute if indeed this car is speeding. So here's how you do this. You got to find the linear velocity because we don't care how fast the wheel's spinning with the angular velocity. We care how fast is it going in a straight line. So you are simply going to take your 728.3 revolutions per minute and you're going to multiply it by the circumference of the tire. Well, the equation for circumference is 2 pi times your radius, which your radius in this case is 1.25 feet. Now here, revolution, you can essentially ignore it because revolution doesn't make sense as a unit of measure for a straight line because lines don't revolve. We measure lines in inches, feet, centimeters, meters. From here, you just have nothing more than multiplying fractions. You multiply them straight across. So you have 728.3 times 2 pi times 1.25 feet over 1 times a minute is nothing more than a minute. Well, once we do all of these different calculations, we throw this in the calculator. Don't try to do it in your head because when you have pi there, and it's a lot of tedious math. You don't have to do the math by hand or in your head. You end up getting 5,725.05 feet per minute. Well, that's great. Now we have a linear velocity in feet per minute, but we ultimately need to know miles per hour. So we need to convert feet per minute to miles per hour. The way we actually do this is we simply just take that information right there and we're going to multiply it by 2 conversions. We know there is 60 minutes in 1 hour, and we also know that for 1 mile there is 5,280 feet. When you do your conversions, your feet cancel here, your minutes cancel, and it'll only leave you your hours and miles. So you have miles divided by hours, which is miles per hour, which is the unit that we want. So once we clean our math up, we end up with 5,725.05 times 60. There's no other number left on top. I'm not going to write times 1 because you don't have to, but my last unit is miles, is on top, and then we're going to divide the whole thing by whatever's on the bottom, which in this case is 5,280, and the only unit left on the bottom is hours. Once you throw this part right here in a calculator, you will get approximately 65 miles per hour. So in reality, this car over here with the diameter of 2.5 feet, with those wheels revolving at 728.3 revolutions per minute, that's a lot of revolutions. It's only going 65 miles an hour, and he is not speeding.